Zero.
I didn't hear you, Isaac.
I said 0.
Okay, I just didn't hear you.
Okay.
0.
Oh no.
Well, too late now.
You'll get one of those.
Disregard the previous 0.
Or I guess that would be a problem. I don't know how
You're
that
fine.
works.
Everything you say will just be 10 seconds behind the rest of us. No problem.
Everything you say can and will be used against you.
In a court of law. Hello there, and welcome back to Star Wars Total Rewatch, where we are totally rewatching Season 1 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, Episode 15, Trespass.
No trespassing.
That's what it's called?
Yeah,
I thought it was just called Trespass when Aaron said it. I was like, that doesn't sound familiar.
it's just called trespass.
It is just called Trespass.
It's just called Trespass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ooh, this is good. Arrogance diminishes wisdom.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact, did you guys know that arrogance diminishes wisdom?
I know it now.
I think in our last episode we saw an example of that from the Nemoidian leader.
Oh.
Yes.
He was very arrogant and it diminished wisdom.
That's
I
a
don't
good point.
Just diminished all his wisdom that he clearly had.
And in this episode, we see a blue guy who is arrogant, and it diminishes his wisdom.
Very
Right.
much so.
Running theme here.
So I'll summarize our episode.
Oh, okay.
This is a new story. I think it's just a one-off thing.
Seems like it.
So
It is.
Anakin and Obi-Wan bring a group of clones and some diplomats to a planet. They're going to set up an outpost here. The planet is Orto Plutonia. And it's the Pantoran dignitaries from Pantora. But then they find like the outpost. There's actually, they find a clone outpost that was here. And then there's like a little droid outpost too, but like both the clones and the droids are dead. They find out there's like some native population on this planet. And one of the Pantoran guy, blue guy, he wants to kill all the natives. So they start fighting them, but then in the end, they make peace because that guy was stupid and they all agreed. There you go.
Yeah,
The end.
well said.
All right. Yeah, good story.
Yes.
The Pantoran guy is really obsessed with because this is a moon of theirs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're like, it's under our jurisdiction.
Right. So he's like, this is our planet, and really obsessed with that from the beginning, before they even know about anyone. But it's also like he's just looking for a fight.
He's got a grudge for some reason.
He's really stubborn. He's really like set in his ways. Like he's not a very nice guy to anyone.
It felt like he had a personal grudge against this species. And I was like, maybe we'll find out that they killed his parents or something. That doesn't happen.
He's just an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a lot of
Pent up aggression.
I think he needs a way to relieve some stress, and he hasn't had that.
maybe.
So he's decided to take it out of the natives.
There's got to be more anyway behind this guy because nobody is that nuts.
Well, it feels like really intense nationalism.
Yeah.
This is our territory. I didn't know the aliens existed
Yeah.
before, but now that they're here,
For sure.
they gotta go because they're not welcome here. This is our place, basically.
But it's a snowy wasteland. Like, who cares about your dumb moon?
Yeah, he's very arrogant.
I
Like
guess.
the intro said.
Diminished his wisdom.
I kind of liked him as a character, not as a person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he's
a very unlikable guy, but it was kind of fun to watch him, and I'm just kind of like, all right, it's a matter of time until he learns his lesson somehow.
I think Aaron, you said it in our last episode. You kind of just I think as a kids show, the characters tend to be more extreme to make it more obvious. So I think that's definitely the case in this one.
Oh, exactly. It's just a one-note character.
If you're comparing viewpoints, you've got to make them very clear-cut, so it's very obvious what you're...
Yep, they're not making it like a gray
There's
area.
not enough time in an episode to like establish reason for his behavior.
Yep.
So he is the way he is.
We assume there's some backstory here that we're never going to get.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, you can assume that if you'd like.
Well, he's very determined to die for his people. He says it at the end.
Yeah.
I will die
When
for
he dies for his people. So maybe that's all he wanted. He just wants to die, but he wants to die valiantly.
these older guys in this universe just want to die.
They just really want to die. Just wanted to
Like
go
you don't
out
have to
with a
take,
bang.
you don't have to kill anyone with you though. Like don't get everyone else killed because of it.
That's what I meant. Like, I didn't like want to see him get killed, but I felt like there was some reason that he's got in his own mind, and we don't get to see what that is. But I thought there was, I don't know. I felt like there was, background to
Yeah.
him.
Let's just assume there's tons of background that fully explains his prejudice.
We'll assume that, and I wanted him to die.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Regardless.
Well,
Yeah,
he does.
And we want him to die.
I didn't think he was going to. I thought they were like, he was going to kind of be forced to like accept these creatures here, but nope, he just dies.
Senator, good. You must avenge me. As my final command, as chairman of Pantora, I order you to destroy the talz.
I'm afraid I cannot do that, Chairman. The Pantoran Assembly has called you out of order. I am to negotiate peace.
No. Impossible. Peace. Never. I died for our people.
The species are the talz.
We've seen them, haven't we? Isn't there one on Tatooine?
Yeah. We see them in a cantina.
Yeah, so why
know.
is this like their native land now and no one knows what they are?
This might be like the first time anyone's ever seen them, you know?
Maybe.
Because the cantina scene is in New Hope, so like first contact with
I
that.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
big furry things with 4 eyes and a proboscis mouth.
Yeah, they're very cool creatures. I like them.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. So the Talls are just like get off the planet, and the Jedi, I think, were kind of like, okay, we'll respect that.
Oh yeah.
And then the Pantora guys, regardless of whether they set up a base or not, wanted to kill them.
Well, he's saying this is our planet. We will set up an outpost no matter what. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna just have to kill us.
Right.
Or he doesn't even expect them to put up a fight. He's
Yeah.
like, we're wipe out these savages.
Which is the arrogance part. That's where that theme came. He was
colonialism at its finest.
classic. What's interesting is the whole like how the Jedi and Republic are involved. It's really like technical because it's like they clearly don't want to fight, but it's like they have to listen to this guy and they were sent here to protect him. I don't know. It was really weird because as the episode goes on, the Jedi basically end up contacting the locals, and they basically make peace with them. And then they come back to the old guy. They're telling this general that, and he's like, "No, we're gonna kill them all," And then they set up this meeting, and he basically is like, did he even give him a chance to surrender?
He just declares war.
So he just declares war on them. But then it's like the clone troopers get stuck protecting him, and they get caught up in his war. So it's kind of like the Republic and Jedi didn't want to fight the locals, but they were forced to help him out. It's just kind of weird to me.
No, it's all this guy's fault.
And at the same time, the Jedi are telling the clones, don't take this guy's orders. Like, you can protect him, but
Right.
he's not like, you can't fight for him. But like, the Jedi know what the right thing is to do, but they know they can't just interfere with what everybody on other planets are doing, because then they're not going to,
No, that'd be their own colonialism.
Yeah.
The Jedi taking over.
The Jedi are trying to take over.
Oh, you're right.
Well, that's right. That's what
They'll
people are
plot-
already
plot
afraid
to
of, so they don't want to
overthrow the
encourage that.
Republic.
Spoiler alert.
I don't know what kind of propaganda you guys have been
From my
reading.
point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Yeah, fun to see 3PO doing his job.
As a translator?
Yep.
Yeah. I like how he's hesitant to translate what the commander is telling him.
Right.
Like, I'm
He's like, oh boy.
I'm not sure that's the best thing to tell these creatures, but I kind of have to.
Say it.
Literally everyone's like, don't say that. And the guy's like, say it. I want to start a war. It's like, you're the only one in this room that wants that.
Chieftain Tyson welcomes you to his home and hopes you come in peace. He wishes to be good neighbors, but he does not wish you to remain on his planet. Listen, droid. Translate everything I say. and exactly as I say it.
Would you like me to represent Pantora in this matter?
Not on your life, Senator. There will be no diplomacy this time. Listen here, you savage. This world belongs to the moon of Pantora. And as the supreme chairman and exalted ruler of Pantora, you will not command me to leave this planet or do anything else.
Your Majesty, we can't.
Droid, tell him.
They're fully sentient and totally reasonable.
Well, they're pretty quick to fight
Yeah.
as well. Doesn't take much to provoke them.
They probably don't know there's a war on.
I feel like, yeah, I think they kind of play them off as like more reasonable maybe than they are, because they're kind of just like, no, this is our planet. You know what I mean? They can't talk, so you don't really get that vibe. You just get the Jedi communicating like they don't want to fight. They just, they just don't want us to be here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, why is this your planet? Why can't we have an outpost here? What's the big deal?
because
The threat.
it's our planet.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. I'm just arguing to. I'm just saying.
I know.
like,
Oh, I get it.
they don't they play it off as like very that Pantora guy's the bad guy, which he's completely in the wrong. But
Yeah.
it takes two to tango.
Right, and they did wipe out a whole base of clones and a whole base of droids.
What's their land?
Right. That's what they feel it's their land, and that's the way it is. The entire planet is their land.
On your entire planet, or it's a moon, isn't it?
It's a moon.
That's no moon.
Oh, let me hike those up a little bit. I didn't comment on it, but the clone troopers outfits are pretty awesome. Especially Rex.
Yeah, their snow suits.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I like their speeders too. Got like these
Yeah.
snow speeders. Kind of just look like the speeder bike kind of things, but then they've got like a glass casing, like a little cockpit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool.
They get ambushed by the talz here. But the talz, they're pretty primitive, but they're throwing their spears. But they've got like these sling kind of things for them. You see this? Like, so they can really whip the spears at them.
Oh yeah.
There's maybe a couple other shots.
And they also are riding like these vicious animals
yeah,
as well,
yeah,
which
those
are
are
pretty
cool,
cool.
Narglatches. That's the animals.
Is that what they're riding?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rex just piles them up this episode.
They're pretty good fighters. They can hold their own against lasers. Even though they're just using spears, you'd think that's lesser technology, but
There's also a lot of
Oh, they're just, they have the high ground element of surprise, and there's a lot of them.
that's
Yeah.
true.
yeah, they know how to use them.
Yeah.
Mm.
They have all the advantages.
And they know this. They know their world. All the snow is probably.
All right. It's kind of like Native Americans.
Oh, yeah.
They would ambush.
I was thinking of that a few times. This guy kind of feels like potentially
That's why I
like.
said it's colonialism.
The ignorant colonials claiming everything for themselves for no reason and starting wars for no reason. I feel like it's certainly awfully like familiar, like they're trying to make a point of it, but
Probably.
there's plenty of scenarios, I guess, maybe like that over time too.
Oh yeah.
It's not limited to the United States.
No.
For sure.
No, in the end though, they have the other diplomat with them. What's her name? Chicho?
No, the guy is Chicho.
Oh, guy is Chicho.
She was
Rio Chuchi.
How could you mix those up?
Chuchi and Chicho.
Chicho and Chuchi.
And so yeah, she brokers a peace.
Good for her.
Does she show up more in this show?
I think she does, but I could be totally wrong. I think she's a good character.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought that she just seemed like an interesting character.
A lot of characters do. They're interesting characters. I don't think that old man does, which...
He died. How could he?
No, that old
The monkey, you mean?
guy.
Oh, monkey.
No, we're not on that episode. That was like a week ago that we
Well,
talked
I
about
just,
that.
No,
I'm
he
referring to
does
the
not
last
come
episode in
back.
case our listeners remember.
Hopefully, your listeners are watching these along with us and listening to our episodes one after the other.
Hopefully there aren't like 3-week breaks between episodes and you totally lose track of what was happening.
Yeah, I recommended you just plow right through them all.
Yeah, I've been watching them a little too much, and I'm starting to get hooked again. Plus, they're getting better, I think. So
Yeah.
I think that continues to get better all through the series.
I don't know. I mean, I like all of them. I think they're just interesting to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here, and like again, when we're podcasting on it and really delving into the minutia of each episode, it makes it that much more interesting. I'm remembering them a lot better. The first time when I watched through these, where like on Netflix, you just let it keep starting the next episode for you. Or Disney Plus now, but then it's very easy to just forget what even happened in the last episode you saw. This is a good way to remember them forever.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll have plenty of episodes to get into more of this stuff, so we can probably wrap it up here, unless you guys have anything else you want to say about this one.
Fun fact, though, Pantorans, that is the same species that George Lucas was when he cameoed in episode 3.
Oh, yeah?
He was painted blue, so that makes him a Pantoran.
That's all it takes.
I don't remember ever seeing him in episode 3.
Yeah. I pointed it out.
Wow.
Let me see
And
if
a
I remember.
Star Wars fan am I.
He was one of the guests going into the opera house for the bubble opera.
Of course, I should have known that.
There he is. Nice little PNG for you.
Wow. Clearly a Pantoran.
He's just standing around out by the steps. Okay. See you next time. Ooh, next time, also, we're going back in time. It's one of those out of chronological order episodes.
Yeah.
Sure is.
I was reading that. The Hidden Enemy.
So we'll see you back in the past, in the future next week.
Play some Back to the Future.
On Star Wars Total Rewatch.
Bye.
Bye.